be the direct push overhead distance. As tall as you can with your legs.
No one's speaking, there's no community. Final stop of season 1. I'm going to say season 1 because I've got many more gyms I want to go to. So season 1 of our affiliate series, and we're at Fosse Way CrossFit. Now, a cool thing about this is they are, I think, just a couple of days or maybe a week after their 10-year anniversary as a CrossFit affiliate. So that's obviously some longevity in it. It obviously means a lot to Myles and the guys to be associated with CrossFit. So I'm looking forward to hearing that story. There's a barbell class on now that I've dodged, just because I think 2 in a row is going to be too much for me, especially after 3 at Gainsborough the other week. So we'll be dodging that, but we're going to get some content in a minute, and then we're going to be doing the WOD 9 till 10. No idea what it is, but since I've just got back from CrossFit Games and watching all them athletes, I'm obviously going to be fucking amazing. So I can't wait to take on some high skill, heavy shit, because yeah, CrossFit Games viewer equals CrossFit Games athlete, isn't it? That's how it works?
Basically, right, yeah.
Sound. Alright, so we'll see how we get on. Right, we're here. Barbell class is going on. Go and see what's happening. It's a bit quiet in there, by looks. So we'll try not to make too much noise while they're all doing the technique work.
Sorted. So we are moving on to cluster 3 push press. Your cluster will be the direct push overhead. That's a different movement. So we'll spend a couple of minutes warming that up. As soon as the bar starts to go forward, a push press becomes a more difficult movement. Okay, so it's loading the quads forward, the knees in front of the toes, big drive, then arms come in. So get as tall as you can with your legs before you push with your arms.
So I'm here with Tara, and you're Fosse Way's finest. So you're going to the games is it next week?
Yeah, so I fly out on Wednesday, going to Canada for the first week just to acclimatise, get over the jet lag, and then driving to Ohio, the athlete check-in week on Wednesday.
It's so exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting, I can't believe it, to be honest.
Well, I was just there, I went to watch the actual, like the main guys and stuff like that, and it was mental. So just seeing the experience you're going to get is going to be... So what's the journey been like to get to that point? It's a pretty fucking big deal, isn't it?
Big deal. So I've been doing CrossFit 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was always obviously a dream to make it to the games one day, but never actually thought that would happen.
Yeah.
I suppose what's driven me forward is just my love of the sport. It's not necessarily that I wanted to get to the games, I just kept coming in day out because I love it. And I suppose that consistency over the years I've kind of developed. And then my goal this year, because I went into the 45 to 49 category, was to make semi-finals. Then finished 47th in the Open, so I was like, oh, okay. Top 30 going to the games, so it starts to kind of come in a little bit, and I'm like, oh, no. Obviously did the semis, finished 31st, 1 spot out of qualifying. But in my mind, I was like, I feel like I'm going.
Yeah.
And then obviously they sort of reviewed all the workouts and penalties were applied and so forth, and moved up to 27th, so that's where we're at, yeah.
So where can we watch it? What's the coverage like so that people
Yeah, well, they're saying that the coverage this year is going to be a lot better. So I think last year it was a bit difficult to kind of find the categories.
Yeah.
So it'll be on YouTube. I don't know if it's anywhere else. But
Yeah, it'll be on CrossFit Games
Yeah.
YouTube, won't it? Well, best of luck and thanks for talking to me.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Trying to split the class so that the wall space and the rig flip over. You can use the rings if you want to do ring muscle ups. You can do people going top down. So
here with Myles, and you are the owner of this establishment.
That's right, yep.
And we are just after, we'll come on to it later when we have a proper chat, but just after 10-year anniversary of affiliation.
Yeah, CrossFit sent me through the wee silver coin and the card just to acknowledge the 10 years of affiliation, so yeah.
That's amazing. So and it's always been here in this spot?
Yeah, we thought moving just a slightly bigger one just before COVID, and we're kind of glad we didn't, because then it would have been a hard one to recoup. And I was saying earlier, like, our membership price, I think I've only gone up once or twice by like a couple quid in the whole 10 years. So we've managed to keep it very cheap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's good. If we had gone to a bigger space, we'd have obviously had to put it up. But the coming out of COVID was tough, so we're glad we stayed in there since it's big enough but small enough.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, it does. It's good, and like the amount of people we've got in here now, it's
Yeah.
quality, isn't it? So,
Yeah, definitely.
right, looking forward to the workout.
Let's do it.
Oh, God. Okay,
I'm excited to go.
yeah, well, that's class. So we've got a team of free workout, and Victoria's drawn the short straw, being with me and Myles. Myles is gaffer, so she don't want to be with me. She's been polite to me because we're here with a camera. But how long have you been coming here?
Probably a year now.
A year?
A year, yeah.
And what's the best thing about it?
I think I don't have to think about what to do. But
so-
like, I just come here and I get told what to do. Whilst when you go to a normal gym, you sort of have to think about what to actually do.
Yeah, and then you end up doing nothing because you're
Whilst
there.
here,
so-
you just sort of get told what to do, so it's quite nice to
Yeah.
just...
And what's your favourite CrossFit movement, would you say?
I don't know, I have no idea. Probably like a cleaner power clean, maybe, yeah.
And what are we thinking about this today? 400 metre run, dumbbell thrusters, muscle ups.
It doesn't actually feel that bad, but I don't think they ever look that bad until you do it, and then
sneak
about one
up
or
on
two
you.
rounds in, you're sort of like, okay. When it's in teams, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
But I was just going to say that, we're in a team, so go easy on me.
Yeah.
Deal?
That's fine.
It's good. Yeah, not bad, that, is it? It's America coming out of that, mate. No, it's good though. Just right amount of everything. Fucking thrusters, single arm thrusters on left arm. How will I? Couldn't bring it down. I ain't done them for a while. But yeah, my left side is so weak in comparison to my right.
Yeah.
But that were cool though.
Good workout, good atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's like everyone's buzzing. Like there's a baby trying to lift a dumbbell over there. Probably as strong as me on left arm. But yeah, it was good, mate. Enjoyed it. They've all been so different at workouts at each gym, but like felt similar. So that's obviously the CrossFit coming through, isn't it? We're all doing the same thing in different places, in different time domains, in different communities, but everyone's kind of doing the same, and I love that. Yeah, it's good.
Thank you.
Myles.
Steve.
So we've just done. We did a quick intro earlier, so we'll not do that again. But I do want to circle back to something we did say earlier in the introduction. 10-year affiliated with CrossFit. That's
right.
Incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's I'm not surprised. I had a go once I got past the 5 year, and they sent me the little coin or whatever, bronze coin or whatever it was. I was like, I want to get a 10. and then see, it's just gone way quicker than I expected. It still feels like we've only been here like 4 or 5 years.
It's like Alcoholics Anonymous. You get little chips for time served.
Yeah, I was like, worked out how much that chip had cost me over the 10 years, and I was like, a little coin, right, you know. But no, it was good. It's a wee gesture, but I guess in my feeling, if you hit a 10-year landmark, there probably could be a wee bit more.
Yeah.
But it was a good goal of mine, and then we'll see where we go from here.
I think as well, like stuff like that, it's nice to be, I don't know, you want to feel valued by CrossFit, but also, I guess things like that validate your commitment to what you're doing, and that's kind of fucking cool as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I said to people in here, I'm like, you name me someone who's been at the same company in the same job for 10 years. And not many people can do that. I know it's slightly different from when you're running your own business, as you know, but you could quite easily tap out after 6 years, couldn't you? Like 10 years to me is a pretty long slog. Like to show commitment and to try and keep it fresh and stay enthusiastic most days anyway.
Have you got like any members that have been with you for the entire journey?
Yeah, still a handful of them. Yeah,
That's
like one girl who was our first ever member. She in the snow a year ago, she threw a snowball and twisted her knee and tore all the ligaments, dislocated her knee. So she's still a member here, but she doesn't come as regular because she had to wait for surgery, rehab and stuff, and we're now helping her through back. So she's still a member, but she was the first ever person to email me just as I was getting the website up and running. And she almost got to the adaptive games actually as well a couple of years ago, just before she did her knee in the snow.
Well, she might be a shoe-in now.
So she might be, yeah. So we're hoping she'll get back in.
And what's that about CrossFit preparing you for other sports? She dislocated a knee throwing something.
throwing a snowball in Ugg boots in the snow. So
Well, Ugg boots alone, and we'll blame them.
that's what she's playing anyway.
So what made you, well, I guess where did you discover CrossFit to then end up at the journey of wanting to open your own gym?
Yeah, so I did like sports science at uni and then was playing like semi-pro football, as most people can say they did, in Scotland obviously. And then I went away and did a couple ski seasons and then worked on the luxury yachts, you know, like in Monaco and stuff. And one of the lads on there did it, and I was like, okay. And then we did a little bit on the like dock when the guests weren't on. And I was like, all right, okay. So I had a month off, so I went and did my course in Switzerland, my level 1. And then from there, when I went to Whistler in Canada to do a ski season, I broke my wrist and got surgery in Canada. And while I was doing that, I was like, right, I'll start to cost up a CrossFit gym. And at that point, Rogue was the only company. But then by the time I went back to Aberdeen and then decided to move down here, I'd kind of had everything planned, but didn't know where I was going to do it. And there wasn't one in Newark, and this is where my missus was from, so it just kind of seemed the right thing to do.
Yeah. You say, off subject a bit, so you're from Aberdeen originally. Yeah. And did you go up to Rogue when that was there?
Yeah,
and your stomping ground.
Yeah, so it was easy for me because I just stayed with my parents. So me and my mate Nick and my brother went, and one of the lads, Si, went. So we just, my brother's still up there, so we just drove up. We stayed with my mum and dad in free accommodation, and then just...
It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was class. I'm booked to go again this year as well. So yeah, because you had your stall,
Yeah, we're going back again. Yeah. So yeah,
it's worth it. Definitely. Yeah, I got chokeslammed through the table.
Oh yeah, of course you did. Yeah. What a day.
That was class.
So back to opening the gym then. So what were the initial challenges that you had when opening a gym? Because it's quite a daunting prospect. I think people that come to gyms don't realise how difficult it is, and I don't because I haven't got one, but I know a lot of gym owners, speak to a lot, and they all have the challenges. So what were the biggest things you faced?
First one was the council, massively, like trying to get change of use on a unit. They just didn't understand it. We had a unit just round the corner we were going to go for and put in the change of use. Submitted the application. 3 months later, I hadn't heard anything. Phoned up. They're like, we've not got the application. I was like, I've sent it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, someone had put it in the wrong pigeonhole. So then I was like, so when's it going to be done? They're like, another 3 months' time. By that time, the unit had gone because they weren't going to hang around. So then I had to find another unit. And then it got rejected because I couldn't actually, I was working as a PT at the point, but I couldn't go to the like hearing. But my missus went and she just said it was like 60-plus-year-olds all on this council board that didn't understand what CrossFit was 10, 11 years ago when I was doing it. So it got rejected, then I had to appeal. Someone else came up and said it was fine, and then we got it. So that was the main stumbling process because you don't know when it's going to get given, especially with those delays. And then it was just, I got it set up while I was being a PT. I painted this place, got it kitted out. It was way different from what it was now. And then just opened. No members, nothing, just opened and went for it. So,
Do you think, like, you know, I've just heard a few people say that they face them challenges with the council. Do you think there's anything that CrossFit can do? I don't mean with councils because they're all individual entities and they all operate in the same way.
Yeah.
But there's got to be, I don't know, is this something that you were doing wrong that most people might make them common mistakes, or is it just a case that all councils are shit because they're run by government?
I think, and all councils have their different little rules as well. So like, they rejected ours because they didn't feel the need because there was already gyms and parking.
Maybe we could do an whole show on this.
Yeah.
Like people in
Of course.
authoritative positions deciding that people don't need to get fit.
That's
Probably
right.
people morbidly obese that don't give a shit about anything other than the next meal.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, no, that's it. That's just imagine when I was going through it, I was thinking the same things. Like, they obviously didn't understand what it was. It was different from a normal gym. Bringing people together, bringing people into the area, and yeah, they just like, there's enough gyms. Obviously, at that point, it was like Sports Direct gym that they've shut down and moved on and stuff. So it was just your generic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's and that's where I think maybe CrossFit could help gyms when they open, you know, giving that message to people that don't understand it as well. Because when we come here and train this morning, the main thing is the community. Everyone's together, everyone's enjoying, everyone spoke to everyone. Like, and that, you don't get that at JD. I use a JD gym for some strength stuff on the side of being at the project. And that's, like, you go in there and it's kind of soulless.
Yeah.
No one's speaking, there's no community. So although people are going in and getting fitter, there's no benefit to the community, it's benefit to individuals.
Yeah.
When you open a CrossFit gym, you benefit individuals but a community.
That's it. Yeah. And like half the group there have gone off now for a coffee at the local coffee shop just around the corner that's recently opened. So like they're then helping another local business. It's not just like they're going to Starbucks, you know, which is again around the corner. But yeah, it is completely different. And I know some people like just going to the gym, just having headphones on, not speaking to anyone. But like I think you spoke to Vic earlier, we've got one of the ladies that's 73. She's been with us for 8 years. She comes in, she gets told what to do. She'll try and climb the rope, she'll do wall walks. So if she went to a normal gym, she'd probably just stand on a treadmill and walk for a bit. Yeah. So it is opening it up to the broader range of age groups. Like we've got a CrossFit Kids class, which has obviously the kind of like 6 to 11-year-olds on. Some of the teens we've had started at 15 with their parents and have gone on to like 18 and worked their way through the teenage years. So it opens it up to a broad horizon of people in different abilities and backgrounds. So
yeah. So over, like, you've probably got more experience than this in the 10 years than most people have. If anyone's watching this as a sort of maybe thinking about opening a CrossFit gym, or what is the biggest mistake you made in that sort of 10 years, or maybe in the initial stages? Because we talked to Jamie up at Method and Elliot, and they were talking about, you know, when you end up buying stuff that takes up more space than the value it adds and that kind of stuff. What have you got any stories like that you can share?
I bought that treadmill thinking people would use it, the curved treadmill thinking people would use it, and no, it really does. I thought people use it because obviously more people get into high rocks and stuff, and in the winter months it's hard to run out here and get slippy, so I bought that. No one barely uses it. And it was the opposite, it was to try and encourage me to run more, because it was there. It hasn't done.
You walk past it every day.
Like I say, it's just hanging the weight vests up on now. So the kids use it, to be fair. When people bring their kids in when they're training, the kids love it. My mistake is that probably me, everyone says because I'm Scottish I'm angry, but I'm pretty passionate. So I take things to heart.
Yeah.
So I probably take things to heart a bit too much and kind of either overthink things or just I can make a snap judgment when I probably should step back a bit and assess it before I speak.
Do you think you've like sort of developed a bit of that over the years then? Because I guess the nature of a gym, not just a CrossFit gym, but is you got quite a high attrition of people just coming and going. So did you find that, take that personally when people used to leave and things like that?
And I still do to an extent, because I feel whether it's myself or the other coaches, have we not done enough to keep them interested or keep them? But one lad texts me, to be fair, he's probably been the most honest lad. He's just like, fitness isn't a priority of mine, so I don't want to come in early in the morning before work, and I don't want to stay late before work. And I'm like, yeah mate, I'll cancel your membership, no problem. At least he's been honest. You get the other ones that are like, they'll just cancel the direct debit, not tell you, all we have is a month's notice period, just like, and it's not even like a tight one. So if you text me like at the end of a month, oh mate, I'm moving away, I wouldn't make you pay the month's notice period. I just stop the next payment
Yeah.
coming out. But some people just cancel their direct debit, don't tell me, don't email me. And I'd say that's probably like 70% of people. And then I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, so that's kind of like, have I done something wrong? Has the program not been good or whatever? You're constantly evaluating and thinking. But then I speak to members here and they're like, you're never going to be able to please everyone.
Yeah.
But we do have a core group that has had the kind of longevity, so we do like to try and keep it interested. And
I think some people tend to, I don't know, you know, when they do, they just cancel and don't say anything. I feel some people are almost a little bit embarrassed by the fact they either can't do it or don't want to do it, and they won't own it like that guy you just said.
Yeah.
Look, don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that sort of fortitude to do that, do they?
yeah, and like it's just trying to get everyone. The first 2 months of CrossFit, I think, are really hard, especially somebody who's not done it. And I always explain when we have our fundamental session, and I do fundamentals 1-to-1 or like 2-to-1. If you were coming, let's say, with a friend or your missus, we would do it together. Because when I found in the group ones, pretty quickly in that first year, you do it over a couple sessions, but then one person would miss that session, so you'd have to get them in again. They'd miss the other session, so you'd have to get them in. So I'm like, I'll just do it 1-to-1, keep it at a similar price as a group session. So there's no like barrier to entry. It's only my time. So I try and explain to them that the first 2 months you probably feel like you're the unfittest here, or don't know what's going on. But get through that 2 months where you start to get used to AMRAPs, EMOMs, and snatches and things like that, and then you'll start to be like, actually, okay, this could be for me. So
And that one movement comes up, doesn't it, that they end up being really good at, and then they're like, I've got something, and then it snowballs from there, doesn't it?
yeah, and everyone's obviously got their own strengths and weaknesses. Like somebody will pick up double unders in a month, someone will take 6 months, but somebody could pick up a kip and pull up in 2 months rather than that. So everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses, and that's what I like about it. And I think the reason I've stuck at CrossFit or with CrossFit, both my training and business wise, is I've always been part of a team. And someone says, why don't you just drop the CrossFit name and just be a functional fitness gym? And I'm like, I think it's because I like being part of something. And obviously we run MFG as well as like a comp, so I think I've just finally discovered over the years that I like to be part of something rather than just my own entity, if that makes sense.
It does, but what I would ask on that is, do you feel part of CrossFit because of what you've created and therefore you've got a community under the name of CrossFit, or do CrossFit make you feel part of CrossFit? Because when I talk to some gym owners, they say, never heard from CrossFit. Like the one we were at, Gainsborough, which is coming out shortly, he said the only time CrossFit have contacted him in the 4 years of his affiliation is when he said he was leaving. And that to me, I didn't like the sound of that, so I just wondered what made you feel, because it's quite telling that you said that.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that to a certain extent. Like I would say UK CrossFit, so like 17 and all the boxes around here, or like CrossFit Aberdeen where I come from, or I know the guy on seminar staff at Worcester, Joe. So I think the boxes in the UK make you feel part of it. I wouldn't say HQ. I think and what I try to say to members is we're quite disconnected from HQ in a way. They never really check up on us. We're doing our own thing under that banner of CrossFit banner. They don't help you set up. You can use them obviously on the programming, but sometimes it doesn't align with what you want to do or achieve. So I would say they could do more from their side, especially with the fees you're paying and that. Like when the new CEOs came in and hiked the price up and doubled it, you're just like, well, what am I getting for it still? So they could do more on that side, and I would say we feel very disconnected from America.
Yeah.
Like when the Lazar Drukic thing happened, we had a few members say, I don't want to be associated with CrossFit HQ. And I'm like, well, although we are CrossFit, we're not really CrossFit HQ. We are separate from them quite a bit. We do different things, and they don't have the same what we do. So it was trying to like get that message across. But I think they could do more. Like 10 years, I've been a level 3 coach for, what's it now? Coming up to probably 6 years. I think I was 49th or something in the UK when I first got my level 3. So I'm like, and knowing what's my next step. I'm trying to find out what my next step is. For the last 5 years, I've been trying to get involved with or on seminar staff. Because that's when I first started on my level 1, I thought, that'd be pretty cool to be a seminar staff. Just to travel around and teach new coaches. But I've applied. I'm pretty sure probably Yaze's done something similar. And I know Shane, my mate Shane, who you guys know, he's done similar. We're just trying to badger to get new faces on there. America is just always like, nah, well, there's no openings, there's no openings, there's no openings. But yeah, I try to have a meeting with the UK guys just to see what would be my next steps. I mean, I've had 2 affiliates, I've got a comp, and this one's 10 years old.
Yeah, and you're level 3.
Yeah.
You couldn't give much more, could
No, and the level 4 they don't do in the UK anymore.
Yeah.
They did bring it back and then they stopped it. And then so realistically, the level 4 would cost too much to go to America to do it with the high percentage of failures. I think the UK seminar staff went through like a mock level 4 when they brought it back over. I think only 1 out of the, let's say 11, I think, staff passed. So it's very niche, whether they just fail you to make it that kind of level or not, I don't know. But I'm trying to now, after 10 years, think what's my next path for me as kind of personal development. And at the moment, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's interesting. And
Yeah.
I know Gareth from CrossFit UK watches these. He said he does anyway, so I guess we'll
He's
see.
from Glasgow, isn't he?
No, he's Birmingham.
He's Birmingham.
Well, he's Birmingham second city. I don't think he's from Birmingham. I think he's from down south.
Oh, because there's Andy Edwards,
Yeah, there's Andy.
and then there's the Glasgow guy, I think, from CrossFit Glasgow.
Oh, I don't know that.
I think he's on.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting because you're the kind of, I'm not saying it because I'm talking to you, you're the kind of people that should be embraced by CrossFit, and especially CrossFit UK, because there's not many 10-year affiliates that have been in the same place doing the same thing, level 3, all that good stuff that you've given to CrossFit for very little back, except for what you've created and the relationships you've forged with boxers around you. That's what they need to embrace, because the more people leave, and this is why we wanted to do this, was to spread the message of it so that when you come to a class on a Saturday morning, it's full of people of all ages, different goals, wanting to do the same thing, but that can't happen without people like you.
No, exactly. And with so many people branching off to high rocks now, which everyone's got their own opinion on it. It's a great business model. Anyone can do it. For me personally, everyone will say, oh, it's just because you're CrossFit. I feel as if it's an easy option. You don't need to learn gymnastics. You don't need to learn snatch. You don't need to lift heavy. As long as you can run well and you're fit enough, you can go and do high rocks, and that's obviously each person's own goals. But I feel as if CrossFit needs to do more to stop people just get rid of the CrossFit name, going under a functional fitness or high rocks gym, and then just sticking a sled out there, you know. But for me, what keeps it fresh for me is that you don't have to come in and do the same stuff over and over again. You've got the other stuff to learn. Like, I don't know if you've seen the comp train thing, the switch. Oh,
he pulled it down though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He pulled his post down.
And then he's done another thing saying, this is where we're going. We don't feel as if you need to handstand walk and you don't need to ring muscle up. And I'm like, well, you got people that just think handstand walk is fun and they just want to try it. Like, you don't have to include it in a workout. So it's like, we don't want to get rid of the fun side, which is technical or complicated movement. They can still be fun. Like that girl you spoke to there, Vic, in our team, she was like, I did my first banded muscle up the other day. But if you don't include muscle ups, then she's never going to get that feeling. And one of our girls or coaches is quite good at high rocks, and I sit there a bit. Do you ever get that? You know, when you go to a comp or you're in the gym and you lift a PB clean or a PB snatch, or you get 10 unbroken muscle ups, you get that PB buzz. Where do you get that from high rocks until you go to the comp and beat your time?
And also with that, basically, I'm going to say it, high rocks is a CrossFit workout, everyone knows it, but there is also a bit of a ceiling with it, because what's the motivation? Say your goal is to break an hour in, and I'm with you, I think high rocks business model is incredible, I've done one, I thought it was a great day, so I'm not shitting on it, but what I mean is, if you constantly want to evolve and get better, say your goal is to get an hour, sub-hour high rocks, which is awesome.
That is
but then what do you do? Then is it, sub 59? It doesn't have the same gravitas, but then do you lose your motivation to keep going back and doing it? But with the influx of people, they'll be all right. But as you as an individual, CrossFit ultimately kicks you in the arse every single week, whereas high rocks, I feel, has more of a ceiling.
I agree, and I've done a pairs one before, and I potentially will do one again if I find the right partner and if I decide to run more, because although I'm good at running, it's just moving from the one place to another. And running, you know, when people say running clears their mind, it doesn't. The complete opposite for me.
My man's fucking torturing me when I'm running.
Yeah, I'm overthinking things. Oh, he said that to me. Did he mean that? Oh, now I'm angry at him because like I just overthink. Now I've got a stitch. Now I'm annoyed at myself. So it's like an endless circle. But like, yeah, I agree. And even when coming in CrossFit, I'm trying to more educate the members that you don't need to go full send every workout. Yeah. Like one of the lads went away for a bit and he came back and he's like, oh, I'm just not ready. I'm just not wanting to end myself every workout. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to.
Don't then.
Yeah. I sometimes still scale workouts, and even more on BoxBet, I'll put my scale scores in.
Yeah.
So the members that don't have, because the members don't really see me train. Like that's the first time I've done a weekend WOD in ages, because you were coming down. So I usually train when I'm not coaching at like 1 p.m. till 3. But I'll put my scores in, but people won't know that I've done it. Well, how did he get that? Blah, blah, blah. And they sometimes don't believe it. So when I do scale it, I put it in so people are like, why is he scaled that?
human.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, I just need to scale this. I just need to move rather than.
But that comes with experience, doesn't it? I think like if you do CrossFit right, you know, like when all the people that know fuck all about it say, oh, everyone gets injured. No, every sport has injuries. People want to say it about CrossFit, but if you come in, understand your own capabilities and scale appropriately, you will always get a good workout, won't you?
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
And me myself, I'll say I would know most people's who've been here for a while, PBs on each movement within a 5 kilo range. And I always test myself. So I'm like, you should be working at this percentage if it's on the board, so you should be about 45 kilos. And they'll be like, oh, 48. I'm like, oh, close enough. So like the coach should learn each person what their capabilities are. It's also trying to rein people in sometimes, but also push people. But yeah, 100% you'll still get a workout if you scale it. And I've been injured, touch wood, less probably now than I was when I played football. Yeah. Like touch wood, I've had no major surgeries apart from my wrist snowboarding, so which has metal and stuff, but that was from snowboarding. Yeah. CrossFit, I get the little tweaks, but you've got, what I'd say to people is you've got complete control over what you do. Yeah. If you're on the rugby pitch or the football pitch, you've got no control of somebody swiping you out. So if you want to go heavier, yeah, go heavier. If it doesn't look right, I'm not going to let you go heavier. But if it looks right, I'm going to kind of persuade you to maybe try heavier. So
and use your brain, innit? Like if something hurts a little bit, stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's as simple as that. Yeah. It's like, but you know what it's like. The people, they want to RX everything, they want it, and then they wonder why they don't get the stimulus. They get it.
I always give people goals as well. If it's an AMRAP, I'll say you should be hitting 6 rounds in 15 minutes. Give or take. Some will hit more, some will hit less, depending. So I always brief, and the coaches brief what you should kind of be hitting. And the good thing is we've got the Coventry City physio that trains here. Oh, yeah. And then Ben, who delivered the session, he's used to be a physio at Burton Albion, and he's now works in prisons as a physio. So we've always got their knowledge to tap into when they're in, because they've both been in elite sport. Like the Coventry City physio was a professional footballer back in the day, played for like Rotherham, Doncaster and all that. And he's been physio at Derby, Burton, and now Coventry. So we always tap into their knowledge as well. Quality. Because people see physios and they're like, oh, stop training, stop doing what you're doing. Like these boys do CrossFit, he coaches it, the other guys are doing the elite sport. Listen to them, they know what we're doing, what movements we're doing.
That's the thing, when I go to a physio, I don't want you to tell me what I can't do, I want you to tell me what I can do with what I've got. Because I don't want to stop moving, I just don't want to make things worse.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. Right, so in closing, mate, any sort of plans for the future, any plugs for anything at MFG? You've got Midlands Fitness Games coming up?
October, end of October, so we've got that coming, teams of 4. So we're just looking at, I don't know what you feel about your comp, but ticket sales seem to be a bit slower this year than it has been in previous years, and we can't really put a finger on it why. So we still got a good number, but we always like to have a bit more. We try and keep it fresh, but
we're like that for Defiant Games. So Defiant Games, we always get a good chunk gone early, and then it lulls, and then just before. So we've got until May next year, but we're probably about 10% down on where we were at this point last year. And I think that's everyone I'm speaking to. I know a lot of box comps that have been really like successful for years. They've had to stop running. Project did only 3 out of the 4 they normally do last year. I think there's just, I don't know, it feels like there's that many. Yeah. But it's hard to stand out in crowds, it just dilutes everyone a bit, doesn't it?
Even I noticed at Battle for Middle Ground, there was less people there when I competed, but 3 of our girls competed the other day and they're like already thinking of the next one to do. So, but I think Hornsey said as well, is we're a wee bit slow. But
we'll have to get his heads together, see if we can figure it out. Because
I think so, yeah.
It's better for us all, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's trying to keep it fresh. Like we had the Versa Climber, we had different things to always try and keep it fresh, but there's only so many things you can do, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
So, no plans just yet. Like I say, I'm trying to work out my future plans of where I can go develop myself, and then obviously keep MFG going and support every other comp I can. I think we're going to Castle Games in a couple of weeks as well. So,
But cheers for having us, mate.
Thanks for coming down. A pleasure.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Just done at Fosse Way. Great workout, great community, and my favourite chat of all of them, to be honest, with Myles. I think we share similar values and similar thoughts on CrossFit and everything that it could do, should do, maybe doesn't do. So yeah, it was interesting. I think there'd be some good stuff for CrossFit UK to take from it and see if they can work on it and improve their offering to all the gyms, really. So yeah, back on the road. Just a short trip for me now, and this is the last stop. So we're going to do a wash up, me and you, Joey.
Right.
We're going to do a bit of a chat about what we've learned, common themes and all that. So watch out for that. But for now, that's the end of our affiliate series. Cheers for watching. Look out for season 2.